I could do this all day. I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it seems I was right.
Over here, if you would.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece, if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
If you can weather a harpy assault unaided, shall we hasten to Sir Ricardo's rescue? Follow me, Master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of...
Get down here, You come to aid me. See, feel an unreasonable.
A flawless execution. Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was... You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I've the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
We'd best report back.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Good, we're here.
Hail, friend. Many thanks for aiding Ricardo. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none...
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
First assess the field, then
Barely drag my arms out of
Use a rest.
A visit to Meld might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I'm aching for a fight.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't... make our way over to it?
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Yeah, at the end of the day, our vocations are of little import. Mutual trust is what counts.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Come to think of it, the private quarters of one arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Each to their own.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
A visit to Meld might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Damn nobles do nothing but guzzle sweetmeats and ale.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Have to fight too soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get... hit! Let's all that vim go to waste. I've got you. Use this chance to recover. This spell will empower you with elemental magic. Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
So this is Mel. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help.
Pitiable risen.
This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate. This moment forth, thou art arisen, charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. You hung on, and by some miracle, survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad the ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became Arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are Arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
What say we gather some information?
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Then things will play out however they may.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way.
Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth.
So when I had tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it.
But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful.
Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melv.
Of course! The answer was staring.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? So this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir.
I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Shall we go and speak with Sir Lennart, Master? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
I only work when I fancy, but I get by.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Shall we seek some answers?
Sir Gregor wishes to speak with you, Master. Shall we go to him? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Here we are.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Oh, what I wouldn't give for
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to...
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
That's just what I was thinking.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master. Your aim could have been more precise, but I expect the saurians will be discouraged nonetheless.
Whoever said this world is small must have had one eye shut. For all my travels, I have yet more to learn.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. Though I must say, your aim could use some work. All the same, that poison should keep the beasts at bay for the time being. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
'Tis done. That was certainly worthwhile.
The result of our impeccable teamwork, no doubt.
It is vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
That's quite enough.
'Tis a glad thing we rested when we did. We must not let down our guard.
With this, my magic be yours to wield. Consider me your bulwark.
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Most impressive, Master.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in big...
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
Most effective! Wait to find out what's inside.
Might we remove this hindrance somehow?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Could be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Right you are.
Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any idea.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A chest. I'll examine its contents, shall I? I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
It is enough to make camp only when the need arises.
More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit. Let's all that vim go to waste. Ah, material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Fear not. Fight with me.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Let me get there.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Few more victories like that, and we'll have them running for the hill.
Outstanding.
The arisen has been changed.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I can get just about anywhere.
My magics are at your disposal. Pulled that off with nearly a hitch. It will be a rude shock for our foe to find you pinch their loot.
How dare you? How could I have forestalled this?
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Valley! This battle is not yet done!
legs are as lead. What's happened? Naught more can be done.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
What's this? We're trapped.
Encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Craig, be on your guard. I'll blow this throw off balance. No better time to strike.
Lead the charge!
It's time we made for the capital. To inform the people of Vernon that he was mistaken.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
Such treasures are seldom found.
How exciting! My heart is fit to burst.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I will use this opportunity to gather my strength.
rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
That can't be happening!
Huzzah! Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen!
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds. in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
It's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
So, clearly the bin to time.
Still waiting on a report.
Good heavens, the pantry is crawling with nuts.
Hmm? Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Each new day has the chance to turn a profit. I've the spirit of a woman half my age.
Well met, sir. Anniversary's guaranteed tomorrow.
Points no good. The rest is here.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We shall have to scour, high and low.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
That's just what I was thinking. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
I've heard...
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Opportunities as they come, I say.